Hello and welcome to another X-Wing strategy tip. Today we're going to be focusing on the TIE Defender. The TIE Defender is a costly ship in the Imperial Army for being such a small ship, but also has very good things to go along with it. An attack of 3, an agility of 3, hull of 3, and a shield of 3. So 3 all the way down. This is very good. When you have 6 hits left on an Imperial ship, it's almost a must to have in your Imperial fleet if you're playing a bigger game, such as 150, 200, maybe even a 300 game. So I would recommend this for a higher level game, not for many of the lower level games, but if you're good with the TIE Defender, you could always do that. It comes with focus, target lock, and barrel roll, which it's a good TIE fighter, basically. Now, basically, you got the cannons, and the best cannon to use on the TIE Defender, in my opinion, is the ion cannon. So if you get a hit on a ship in any of the ranges, it's automatically, they get an ion token, but they can only take 1 damage. This is very useful. Frankly, he shoots ions, because the TIE Defender is basically a glorified TIE Interceptor. It just adds a third wing that shoots ions. Now, I'm going to go into why this is so useful. So, when an ion is stuck on a ship, if you don't know, it makes the ship have to move forward 1. It makes that's what they have to do. They have to move forward 1 the next turn. And you can use this to your advantage, because the maneuver dial, the only red maneuvers are on the 2 hard bank and the 1 hard banks. Now, all the other maneuvers are white, and all the green maneuvers are straight forwards. And the best part is, you can have a 4K turn in white. Now, I'm going to show you an example of this. So, we'll just pick a standard TIE fighter. So, there's a TIE fighter here, and I just ioned it. Now, if I just ioned it and I'm at this angle, per se, next turn, he's going to have to go right here. Now, I can then use a 4K turn and basically come out on the other side, K turn around, and he can still be in my firing arc. And if maybe he's not in my firing arc and I was back here, I could just use a barrel roll and get him back in my firing arc. And use my ion cannons again. And keep doing the same thing with this barrel roll action. And since the maneuvers also give you the banks in white, you can bank to follow the ship as well after you ion it. This is why the TIE Defender is best with ions. And it also comes with a missile slot, which I would use ion pulse missiles, more ion stuff. Now, this will deal 2 ion tokens if you manage to damage a ship, so that's 2 turns they have to go straight forward. These things are both worth 3. I forgot to mention that. Now we can move on to the next card, which is the Onyx Squadron Pilot, which basically just raises the point value by 2 and the skill by 2. Now, Onyx Squadron Pilots, you have to have survived 10 missions as a TIE Interceptor pilot. So, that's why they're upgraded, basically, interceptors, and that's how you get to be an Onyx Squadron Pilot. Onyx Squadron Pilot. Now we have one of the leaders, Colonel Vessery. Colonel Vessery led basically all of the other squadrons except for Onyx Squadron. He adds a metal card to this ability, and if I had to choose a metal card, I would probably use Predator, because Predator is just a general all-around good metal card. And if I haven't read the ability yet, when attacking, you may reroll 1 attack die. If the defender's pilot skill is lower than 2, you may reroll 2 attack die. Now, his ability reads, when attacking, immediately after you roll attack dice, you may acquire a target lock on the defender. So if you like using target lock, this is an excellent card for you, and you can just keep gaining target lock on your opponent and keep firing. So, if you already has a red target lock token, basically, he's an all-around target lock player. Now we can go to my favorite, Rexler Brath. Rexler Brath is the leader of Onyx Squadron, and he believes that his squadron is the best squadron in the entire Imperial Navy because of what they had to do to get here. But he has a pilot skill of 8, and he's worth 37 points, and he's the highest. He also has a medal card, and I would put determination on him. Just for being, if I were attacking a larger ship, I don't suggest maybe a Millennium Falcon, but I mean like an IG-2000 or a Boba Fett Slave 1. I could use my banks and not worry about any of the crew they have, and they don't have a 360 firing arc, so this will allow you to use your ions and keep them moving in a straight location and not have to worry about any crew that can damage you, which I was able to make my opponent one time be forced into his own mine that he set down, and it was great. But anyways, other than your ion cannons, ion pulse missiles, and determination, you could put on Predator if you don't like determination. But his ability is very good. After you perform an attack that deals at least 1 damage card to the defender, you may spend a focus token to flip those cards face up. So, basically you're going to get a crit hit as long as you deal damage to this person. And if you deal more than 1 damage, that's 2 crit hits, or even 3 crit hits, or even 4 if you're at range 1. So this is a great ability in all general. So if you get very lucky and you're fighting like a bigger ship with no defense, or no agility, and they just miss all their agility, you could possibly disable every part of their ship. If not, you had already killed them. So the TIE Defender, very good ship. I would suggest getting it in a larger game scenario. This has been another X-Wing strategy tip. If you like this video, you can check out my channel for more Imperial players.